maybe calculated columns by inside the Power BI. A measure is just a dynamic calculation that we use to aggregate, filter, and analyze data. Like I said, rather than storing individual results, it will evaluate on the fly. Like at query time, as you are calculating it in Power BI or at query, as you're extracting it from the source, it will be giving you the results instantly based on maybe filters, slicer, or visuals you interact with in your report. Okay. And then, so these are the measures that we have currently. We have the churn customers, and they're mostly for KPI values. So we are dealing with customer churn data, right? So I've calculated, number one, the total customers. In Excel, it will be mostly, count, sum, and the likes that you use. So this is the, for the total customers, you just do count of customer ID. That's what will give you the total customer measure. So we have churn rates. This churn rate is like our most important KPI for this analysis, because it's going to tell us how many customers are leaving and the percentage of customers that are leaving, right? Which is this is what we need to know the most. And just how do you get your churn rate? Just by dividing the total customers by the churn customers. And how do we get the churn customers? This is this way. You just calculate, you use the function calculate count of customer ID, where churn is equals to yes. Let me show you in the table view. So you can see our data sets here. Churn, we have yes, no. So the yes shows us the customers that have churned, that's customers that have left. So the churn rate is going to count the total customer ID, where churn is equals to yes. So that's the measure that we created: churn customers, churn rates, total customers. And then, like I said, you have to explore your columns very well before you even begin anything, right? The customer ID, we have gender, male and female. So another thing is, before you load your data set into the Power BI, there's something called Power Query. That's where we transform our data set, right? We make sure we clean the data very well. Make sure there are no duplicates. Understand? Make sure there are no duplicates, and we also make sure that there are no blanks. You must not see a blank value here. Although there will be some time that blank will be showing a particular measure or something, but you can't leave it as blank. It's that you put 0 or 1, so you get. And then for anything numerical, you have to make sure that there are no blanks. Then you also have to check the data types, making sure that monthly charges are in text, monthly charges are in numbers, text are in text mode, payment method, anything text, make sure they are in text, right? So what else? Calculated columns. So this is a calculated column. You notice that it's not the same thing as this. So we have monthly charges, right? These are the charges that maybe Interswitch or the company collects monthly from the customers, if their contract type is monthly or yearly. And from experience, you notice that people that subscribe to monthly subscription is because they are not sure of their loyalty to that service. Maybe they just want to test to see how good your product is, but they are the one that are easily churn. They are the one that will churn easily. Then those that do yearly or quarterly, they are less likely to churn than monthly subscription customers. Also, the tenure is just showing us how long customer has been with us, right? Longer tenures are less likely to churn than shorter tenures. So for monthly charges, I created a monthly charge bucket. I grouped them into like copy of customer churn data. You just go to, if you go to this, you just click on new column. That was how we arrived here. So we just use a simple switch function, which is if monthly charges is less than or equals to 80, write less than 80. If monthly charges is less than or equals to 120, write greater than 120. 80 to 120, and if it's greater than 120, write 120. So I already did that just to manage our time. Okay. Excuse me. After that, what else? I think so. Those are the only measures, and that's the only calculated column I did, because like I said, I wanted it to be short, sweet, and simple. Calculated column is just adding a new column to an existing table. Like the column, this FX, this monthly chart bucket did not come with the data when I imported it into Power BI. It just evaluates the values row by row using the DAX formula. That's the switch that I used. And then it stores the results directly into your data model, right? Okay. I've already done like I said, I've already done the measures also. So what we can do now is to just go into building, right? So we are going to create our KPIs and our visuals. Like I said, I've already created like the churn customers, then the churn rate and total customers. Those are like our very important KPIs, right? So these are our visualization examples in Power BI. We have the area chart, bar chart, column chart. Area chart, line charts is usually used to, show time sequences. Maybe for a period, if you want to evaluate based on a period of time, then bar chart is used for categorization. Maybe you want to compare the gender to customer churn. You want to know how many, if it's male or females are churning more, or if males churn more than female, you want to know maybe more people that pay with cards churn more than people that pay with transfer. That will tell you maybe, oh, when you want to do transfer, maybe there's network issue, they are unable to do it. So most of them leave because of the poor network and service. So what can we do then when our customers are unable to do that? So for our visuals, let's just start by, clicking on card. So KPIs are mostly shown with the card visual. This is the card. I hope you can see it here. So just click on the card. Yes. So what do you want to go into our card volume? So this page is like an overview of the dashboard. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to just do little customizations because I want this to be as easy and fast as possible. We're already 34 minutes, right? So for this card visual, let's just bring in our total customers. That's the first thing. Bring it into this value here. Total customers. Can you see? That's already 15 because it's already calculated. So if you want to, like edit this card, you can just format your visual. There are so many things you can do to a card, like you can make it in a dial format, stable format, like and arrange it, give it a size, fit to space, so many things. But just to keep our visual very simple, I'll just give it a bag or a shadow. I don't want to really give it, just come to the card here and apply shadow to it, just to give it like this, like just simple aesthetic. We're not doing so much. Another thing when you're designing a dashboard is to use the kiss method. Keep it simple. People should not look at your dashboard and there's so many colors. You see green, red, blue, all at the same time, right? So for this, we just copy this and then paste. Right? Just keep it in the same line. So for this, we'll bring back our instead of customers, we put churn customers. Just carry it from here and drag it in the value. So we remove the total customers. Can you see? Of course, then for our third visual, our third KPI, which is the churn rate. Like I said, these are most important KPI. just return it to. So if you want to format any of these, like I said, you can just come here, format your visual. You understand? You want to format, just give it any design. If you want to add image, you see some dashboards that you see for this total customers, they might put image of a person here. You can just import images from here. That's another way to design your dashboard, but we're not going to be doing that today. We're just going to be doing that, keeping it simple, stupid simple, right? So these are churn rates. So what else can we, but I just want to arrange it. Can always make it aligned, just to give it simple, because we're still going to add the title up here. So I can also add a bar chart, right? I want to add a bar chart. These are card visuals, nothing serious. Then you can add a column chart if you want to. You can use a bar chart, you can use a column chart. It's just that one is horizontal, one is vertical. Any one you want to use. So for this bar chart, we're going to be using churn customers by gender. So for the x-axis, we just put churn customers, and then make it. Please let me know if I have any question. I'm not seeing the chat box or anything right now. So I want to check by gender. No, this is not moving. I'm trying to know. Oh, sorry. This is the like exercises and then churn customers. Exactly. So these are our churn customers by gender. As you can see, we have more males churning than females, right? Okay, that's interesting, because I feel like females are, people believe females are more emotional and they are less patient when using a product. But it seems like this particular product is more loved, the service is more loved by female than male, right? So this is showing us that we have a higher percentage of male customers more than female customers that are churned. So what else? We can also check churn customers by tenure. Okay, let's use churn customers by contract type. Let's use donor chart for that. So for donor chart, we're going to be adding churn customers for contract type. And this contract type, it goes into the legend. Okay, so what is this telling us now? This is telling us that customers that do the monthly subscription churn more than customers that do the quarterly or yearly subscription, which is what I said earlier. But we cannot just tell our CEO or our management with mouth. Customers that do monthly subscription, they churn less more than customers that do yearly or quarterly, right? We have to back it up with data, which is why we are creating these visuals. And so these are insights that we're getting from data. So then we can also give them recommendations, like the sales team should try as much as possible to make sure that customers they get yearly or quarterly subscriptions or contracts type instead of the monthly one. And another thing they can do is that they can add incentives to sales team that bring in more quarterly or yearly customers than the monthly one. I hope we are getting that. So another visual that we can get is let's use bar chart this time. I think we use column charts for this. Let's use bar chart. So we want to get churn customers by payment method. Churn customers by payment method. I hope the noise is not so much. I'm so sorry. There's a lot of background noise, right, guys? I'm super sorry. I hope you can bear with me. So from this, we can see that this payment method, this UPI, has a higher percentage of churn customers than the credit card. This is telling us something. The credit card customers churn lesser, right, than the those that that use this payment method, this UPI. It must be a server type of you know server type of payments, maybe bank transfer or something. You understand? It shows that maybe network issues or something is happening. So maybe people are unable to make payments using this method. They likely stop using the service. That's why you see that most time they try to save your credit card or debit card details when you are making subscription payments instead of you having to do transfers every month. Just save your card details so that they'll be making the monthly deductions themselves. It's automatic. Do you get? So these are insights that help companies to make decisions. Once they see these insights, you can now give them recommendations like, let's do this, let's do that. And when those insights are, implemented, it helps the company to get more sales and more revenue, more profits, right? Which is our, aim at the end of the day. The more profits the company makes, the better for everyone, right? So we can also do churn customers by age group. I know it's getting a lot, but we need to get as much insight as we can. So churn customers, what should we use? Should we use bar chart? Or we can just use let me see. And let's use bar chart again so we can use churn customers by age group. Let's see what is the age group of people that you know living are leaving the product or service. Well, we can see that more middle-aged people are leaving more than the young people. And you can even see there's no senior person leaving. Let me show you the data. So this is the age group that we have. We have middle age, we have senior, we have young. So the middle age is showing people that that are from like 34, like I think middle age is from 11 to 25. Oh, sorry, from 34, from 25 to 45. That's the middle age people. You can see here from 25, I think, to 45 are the middle age people. So less than 25 are the young ones. Senior people are greater than 45. So you can see that seniors are not even leaving the product. They are using the product. Shows that they are more patient. But the middle-aged people, the young ones are those below 25, the age of 25, right? So we can see that the middle-aged people are the ones are churning the most from 25 to 45 are churning more than. Let's go back to the report again. So this tells us something. The middle-aged people they don't want stress. They are less patient. So we can know maybe why. That means the middle-aged people are the ones doing more of the monthly transactions, subscriptions. Pardon. While the senior ones that are not churning at all, they are doing the yearly and the quarterly payment, subscription payments. Do we get? So I think this is a very awesome insight too that we can recommend. We can now maybe put some incentives to our product or service that will be more attractive to the middle-aged people, right? We target more fun promos or discounts. Middle-aged people travel more than maybe senior people. You can maybe do partnerships with maybe travel agencies or food agencies, food companies, that might want to partner with you, right? so that once they use your product, maybe you offer them discounts. For example, you see like Child Deck and some payments, this thing, they do more partnership. Like you get 30% discount when you use your, let's say, okay, I work with XCMB, so let's say you get 20% discount on every order when you make payments with your FCMB card. Again, for Interswitch may say when you use your Verve card, when you use your Verve payments, you get a 20% discount on Child Deck, right? If you are traveling, maybe they partner with traveling agencies, and like when you make payments using your Verve card, you get discounts or some things like that. Do you understand? So we just make sure that we implement some promos that are more attractive to the middle-aged people. Things like that may not be attractive to this senior age people, right? So we can just leave them. You don't need to, excuse me, you don't need to, engage them. Please, I need to take water. I hope we are following. Let me look at the good. I need some reactions. I've just been talking. I've not been checking. All right. Thank you. Okay. I didn't see name again. Thank you very much. So let's just name, because our time is no longer on our side. Trust me, these visuals that I'm displaying, if I was doing it on my own, after creating the measures, columns, and everything, this part cannot take me more than 30 minutes or even 20 minutes. Because most times what we do, we get our layouts, maybe the dashboard templates or layouts you want to use, you already do them. You already have a template you want to use, maybe on Canva. You can import Canva's background into Power BI. It's very beautiful. You can also design whatever you want to do here, right? From your view, you can do themes. You can use any color themes here. Power BI has so many beautiful templates. If you don't know how to mix colors, just make sure. Also, like I said, color is very important. Don't just use green, red, and then when you're visualizing, green is mostly for positive numbers. Red is mostly for dangerous or risk or customers and numbers that are at risk segments. So don't go and use don't go and use green for red for positive numbers, or else you will answer questions. Because when your CEO sees it and like, what's going on here? You will have questions to answer. So try as much as possible to follow visualization guidelines. Because we are just using simple, let's just use this blue that comes with, this blue is the default color that comes with Power BI. Else, you can always go to color hunt. I don't want to open it here over time. Just go to color hunt, and it gives you color gradients that you can use for a particular data set. Maybe you want to use your company's color to build your data dashboard, which is what most analysts do. Like Interswitch is blue, right? Like deep blue or dark blue. So you can actually use this color or Interswitch color, like a UVA that uses red. You want to be careful not to make your background like totally red. So it might just be a little, maybe just put your UVA symbol, or I mean logo, or your company's logo somewhere around here. And then to be sure that, when you're doing a fintech dashboard, anything that contains numbers, you need to be careful with red and green, right? Because if we're doing deeper analysis, I can create like dark expressions and arrows that will show when these numbers are going up or coming down. If for a dynamic dashboard, you can say if churn customers are more than 100, to turn to red, right? So this 66 now, we're not adding any dashboards or anything to show it is good. But if you want to put a condition that if these numbers go lower than go higher than 100, that's a danger sign, right? Show red. If this churn rate, right, goes higher than maybe 50%, show red color. So, sorry, excuse me. Okay, sorry about that. So like I was explaining colors, right? To keep our visuals very simple. So um, I think we're going to stop here because of time. So to just name our dashboard, you can just insert maybe shape. It's want to insert a text box, shape, image. Let's just go to rectangle. Sorry. Oh my God. I hope that background noise is not so getting into this a lot. So sorry, guys. So we can just and you can insert a text box if you want to. If you want to write anything, you have to insert a text box, right? Customer, customer churn dashboard. Trust me, guys, this is the simplest data dashboard you can ever see. I'm sure if you go online, you'd have seen something more beautiful, bigger than this, right? But you can't do something this. Although, to be honest, when you are giving your reports to your CEOs, like I said, you have to know who you are, creating for. You have to know who you are, displaying for. You're creating a dashboard for. Don't go and do unnecessary design, because you want to impress your because you want to impress your boss. You now go and do something so much that they're unable to, sorry, they're unable to understand. You need to be very careful. Most times people go above and beyond, maybe when they are doing competitions, hackathons, and the like. Because at the end of the day, sometimes your management, excuse me, they might not even look at your Power BI. They just tell you to send the report in Excel, which can be very annoying, right? Because you've spent all your time doing analysis on Power BI, do you get? And now your boss says they don't want they don't want Power BI. Just send me. Don't send me the Excel or report. I don't have time. I'll check it on the way. Or maybe they want to just see it on their phone or something. So you can increase, like I said, you can do a lot of oh, not good. You can do lots of formatting with Power BI. Hello. So yeah, I'm just trying to sorry, this is our customer churn dashboard. We can also add filters if we want to. So these are filter sliders. This thing you can drag. Maybe you want to filter by gender. You can add it here. So male or female. You want to filter. So you can format it and just go to slider settings. If you want it to be vertical, if you want it to be drop down like this, you can just filter it. That please just chat me on WhatsApp when you want me to stop. So filter works like this. So it's a very dynamic mode. Maybe if you want to show data for only female, can you see it has changed? You're telling us we have 89 females, 31 females have churn, female have 35% churn rate. So if you want to filter by male, you can just say we have 89 males, we have 35 churn males, and males have the higher percentage of 39 percent rate churn, right? They want to show both of them. I just leave it also. If you want to do any of this, you can also if you want to filter, if you want to add maybe slider, you can make it by contract. You can just add, yeah, you can just make it maybe by contract type or payment method. Just add it here, right? And let's go to the format setting again. Sliders, maybe vertical or tile or drop down. This tile, let me just show you. You can increase it like this. You can decrease it anyhow. You can also make it drop down. Again, you can format all these things that I'm doing. You can add colors. You can, general. This is general here. You can add effects, title, properties. You can give it a background color. It's currently showing white. If you want to make it blue, just give it a background color. You can increase the font, you can make it white, anything. You can give it a border, give it transparency, you can increase it, you can decrease it. Whatever you want to do, you can give it a visual border to show. Can you see it's showing now for this photo? You can give it a border. Just come here. Slider settings. General, London general. Excuse me. Effect. I think you got that under effect. Yeah. So you can give it a border just to show. You can see, have fun with Power BI. Power BI is very fun, and I don't want anyone, I think if there's anything I want anyone to get from this session is that Power BI gives you so many freedom to make as much design as you want. You can, in fact, you just go online, go on LinkedIn, go on. There's this popular monthly data challenge that goes on every month by, I think, FP20 Analytics. It's something I encourage people to do because it helps you to, challenge your design. Actually, if you transitioned into data analysis, maybe you're a graphic designer or something, it will help you a lot because you become a visualization expert when you come into data analysis. It helps you a lot. Data analysis is the only section where you have to be a designer, a coder. You have to know how to code. Trust me, this is the simplest analysis I've ever done, and that's because I'm trying to play it safe with my audience. SQL is a lot. Python coding is a lot, right? So this analysis is just the simplest you can ever get. So thank you very much, everyone. I hope I've been able to do a little bit of justice to data visualization in Power BI. Does anybody have any question for me? Or do we just round up? Hi, Hilda. Hilda, are you there?
Hey, hi. So my name is Gina Buchudaberchi. I'm the host for today, and thank you, Miss Ano Luapo. Sorry if I murdered the name. You did
No,
justice.
I don't know if it's fine. Thank you.
You did justice to dashboard. I
Um,
learned a lot of great things. I'm not an expert. I'm also a starter in data analysis, so I learned a lot. Thank you very much for this impactful
Thank you.
session.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you so much for having me. And if anybody has any questions, you can just connect with me on LinkedIn at Anolwako Biaje.
Thank
Hilda can share my profile with you if there's any other question.
you.
I think we're out of time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Does anyone have any question? Anyone have any question? Can just raise your hand, then
Okay, you have time.
just
Okay.
signify by raising your hand. Okay.
Please go ahead if you have any question. I don't think anybody has.
Okay, so in the absence of any question, tomorrow we're having our concluding session, and the attendees of tomorrow's session will be given an opportunity to showcase your dashboard. So if you have any difficulties along the way, or you can just showcase what you learned and what you've been able to practicalize from this session. I hope that will help. And we would also like to see you tomorrow. Tomorrow will also be another impactful session. It's a 3 day session. So we would love to see everyone here tomorrow. If that's fine. Okay. Is there anybody that is not part of the group, the IDC community? You can just signify by raising up your hand, then I'll drop the link for the community. Okay. I'll be sharing the link in the chat box. Just hold on a little bit. I'll send it. Okay. Just a minute. Okay, I've sent it. You can check the chat box and join through there. Thank you everyone for joining this session. Thanks to those who also participated. Really loved your presence, made a difference here. So thank you all, and thank you my speaker for doing justice to the dashboard and teaching us a lot about data analysis. We really loved your session. Me personally, it was insightful. Thank you, Aminu. Thank you. Okay. Good night, everybody. And bye.
Thank you. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.
Hello.